Hi everybody, today I'm reviewing Salt, Sugar, Fat by Michael Moss. I just finished this book and it's really fantastic. If you're really into books or stories about the food industry and how it affects your health and different foods and sort of the national and really worldwide health crisis and what we can do to stop it, then this is going to be a really interesting read for you. Michael Moss basically goes and interviews executives at Nestle, at Kraft. He interviews marketing specialists and food scientists. He provides really interesting insight into the capitalist view of food manufacturing and what's going to be profitable and what people are actually going to buy. So I think it's sort of an interesting skew on what we've typically read in books like this. For example, I finished The Omnivore's Dilemma and I found it to be a really dull book and it didn't provide very much information, whereas this book provides really interesting perspective. Some of the information that I actually really enjoyed was when Michael Moss interviewed a food scientist at Kraft, and it was just so interesting how they devised the food, sort of how it evolved into what it is now, and I'm specifically talking about Lunchables and what the person who created that product thinks of it now. He doesn't actually eat it, he doesn't give it to his kids don't give it to their kids, so it's really interesting to see what happened with that. It's also interesting because I think he mentions a lot about sugar, and the WHO just came out with a report about sugar and how detrimental it is to your health. So reading this book was well timed for me, even though the book is probably a couple years old. Anyway, I highly recommend Salt, Sugar, Fat by Michael Moss. This is a really great book, so much good information that everybody should really know about how the food industry works and what influences somebody's decision to make a new food product and how it gets from, a concept to being on the shelf. So definitely recommend this. And if you've read this, let me know what your thoughts are, and also give me some other books that I can read in this genre that are sort of interesting and give an interesting perspective, because I definitely want to read more about the food industry. Bye!